Bonjour, Mishko Paganon Quain Adishnakas Mangdodam. Hi everybody, it's Sandi Boucher here once again. I'm Red Thunderbolt Woman of the Loon Clan, a proud member of Seine River First Nation in Northern Ontario, Treaty 3 territory, and I'm thrilled to be bringing you this next set of videos that will offer you some insight into life on our side of the feather. If you've had the chance to attend any one of my seminars or listen to one of my speeches, there's a good chance that you've heard me explain to people that reconciliation is a topic of discussion for non-Indigenous people, but it's lived experience for us who walk that path. So as you watch these next couple of videos, if I trip over a word or you hear my voice crack, know that I'm still very committed to this journey, but what I'm talking about is real. And it's important to me that you understand that. In this video, I want to talk about something that is incredibly real for many Indigenous people, if not all. And what I'm talking about is the hum. Now, for me to explain this to you, I have to travel back in time to 2016 when I won Business Person of the Year for the city of Thunder Bay, a city known for its anti-Indigenous racism. At that point in time, I had already been in business for near 10 years. I was thrilled to be nominated, but there's no way I thought I was going to win, especially when you looked at the non-Indigenous business professionals that I was running against. But anyone who knows me and my personality, I was determined to enjoy this moment. So I bought the shoes, I bought the dress, I went and got my hair done. Cinderella was gonna go to the ball, because I didn't think I was ever going to have an experience like this again. I got ready for the event, but the one thing I didn't do was write a speech. And when they announced that I had won, not only did the room erupt in applause, which was absolutely so affirming for me, but I suddenly realized I had to give a speech that I hadn't prepared, which is really embarrassing when you make a living as a public speaker. But somehow I managed to get up to the stage and get up there in front of those 600 people, and I gave a speech. I was so overwhelmed in the moment that I didn't even know what I had to say. I had to watch the replay of my own speech to hear what I had said. And that's the important part. Because when I watched the replay, the first words that came out of my mouth were, "They said it could never happen." Now, over the course of the next 3, 4, 5 months, I had many people race up to me in grocery stores and events to congratulate me on my win. And most of them wanted to know who was this person that had the nerve to tell me that I wouldn't succeed. And you see, that's the problem. Because after being asked 5, 10, 20 times, I decided to sit down and ask myself, where did that come from? Because you see, I couldn't name one person who had said those words to me, but I knew in that moment that was a heartfelt utterance. I needed to know where it came from. So I did what I always do. I thought about it, and then I sat down and I wrote a blog post, and I called it The Hum. Now, if any of you have ever worked in an office with fluorescent lighting, you know exactly what I mean by the hum, that constant buzzing sound in the background as you go about your day. But for Indigenous people, or for me at least, the hum was a voice. And it was saying things like, "You're never gonna succeed. Why are you even trying? They're not gonna hire you. No one that looks like you works there. Why are you trying to go to college? You're not gonna be accepted there. that person is never going to want to be your friend. Why do you keep trying? Because you see, as an Indigenous person in this country, when we walk into a store with our parents as a youngster and we don't see any Indigenous people working there, our little brains register that Indigenous people don't do that. When we go to schools and none of our teachers look like us, we assume Indigenous people can't be teachers. And on it goes. I shared that blog post and it instantly became my most popular blog post because suddenly I was flooded with responses from Indigenous person after another, and often all the emails said was, I hear the hum too. The first time I shared it in seminar, as I shared the story I just shared with you, different people in the audience started crying. And there was this one young woman near the front of the room, and I asked her if she was comfortable sharing why she was so upset. She shared that she had 3 university degrees, but that she couldn't count how many times the hum had almost convinced her to quit, had almost convinced her that she'd never be able to graduate. After she shared, I looked around the room and I asked the audience of about 100 Indigenous people if anyone else had heard the hum. And every single one of them put up their hand. I gave them the opportunity to share. I went around the room and asked people to share their story if they felt comfortable. And it became obvious really quickly that not only had every single one of them heard the hum, but every single one of them thought it was only them, that they were the only ones that could hear it. So when you wonder why Indigenous people don't apply for that job, don't come out of the communities, don't go for the higher education, it's not lack of interest. It's not because we enjoy poverty. It might just be because we don't know how to silence the hum. Now I'm living proof you can do it. I've gone on to succeed, and now I spend a lot of time teaching other Indigenous people how to do the same. So if you're Indigenous watching this, reach out. I have some advice for you that might just help. And if you're non-Indigenous watching this, please don't go to judgment. Next time you see someone struggling, remind yourself, it might just be the hum. Until next week, take care of you. Bye-bye.